Sonia's your own true love, Bray. You winsome little under the chin. But I tell you, some of her personal habits leave a lot to be desired.
Steve, I'm not interested in your domestic dramas and pantry quibbles around at that flat. I can do without the suds from your soap opera slushing about my ears.
Her underwear's taking the place over. You can't get into the bathroom for rinsed out knickers. Splash, plop and trickle all day long.
Would you mind?
She must have a pair of knickers for every day of the year, you know. Clothes horse has given up being a clothes horse. It's just a knickers horse now.
Steve, would you do me a favour and drop Sonia's knickers for 5 minutes? You know what I mean.
I'll tell you something else, Bray. She makes these funny gurgling noises in the bath.
Steve, I'm not interested. Either change the subject or go away.
You can hear it in the front room. Sounds like someone opening tins of luncheon meat at the deep end of a swimming pool.
Look, Steve, if you're at odds with Sonia or this other girl, complain to them, not me. I'm not umpiring your squabbles. I'm not sitting in the high chair giving line calls.
Well, she's your girlfriend. You should exercise a bit of control.
Steve, my relationship with Sonia is not that of Securicor and guarded premises. I don't patrol her outskirts, tugging at her door handles and checking her locks. Neither am I a conciliation service, so sort it out yourself.
All right, if that's how you feel about it. But I'm just giving you friendly warning, though. Because if you're ever thinking of shacking up with her full time, you have my deepest sympathy. The things she'll inflict on you, Bray. I mean, she came home yesterday, right, with toilet rolls for the flat, made out of recycled paper. Recycled sandpaper, more like. Only used it the once. Took the skin off me bum. Had to dab on calamine lotion, which isn't easy when you can't see what you're doing. Most of it went on my shoes.
Look, Steve, I'm trying to code this computer program. I'll see you later on in the bar, all right?
She's collared all the space in the wall-mounted cabinet. The only thing I can keep in the bathroom is your old disposable razor.
My old disposable razor? Haven't you chopped that away yet?
Oh, no. Well, I found a way of sharpening it, you see.
It must be down to its plastic handle by now.
Well, last a bit longer if Sonia didn't keep on borrowing it.
You what?
I think she's been using it on the sly, Bray. She shaves her legs.
So what? Plenty of women shave their legs. Maybe even the majority of women shave their legs.
Twice a day.
Look, Steve, have you ever considered the pleasurable sensations obtained by having the entire Encyclopedia Britannica shoved down your throat, one volume at a time?
All right then, Bray. But I'll tell you one thing about Sonia.
I don't want to hear anything else, Steve. I don't want to hear any more slanders.
Well, I don't particularly want to tell you, but I think you ought to know. It's just that, well, she's been having this bloke round the flat.
Rubbish, go away.
Please yourself. But he stays over some nights. You can hear him at it. I have to put my headphones on. I think he must be a student or something, you know. Ugly sort of bloke, with a big fat lip. Looks a bit on the thick side, to tell you the truth.
I don't believe it. You're making it up.
All right. But you were round there last night.
Last night? Hang on, I was round there last night.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Brian, I don't like to bewail other people's shortcomings or point the scornful finger in the accusative case, but your brother's personal habits leave little to be commended and a lot to be desired.
Oh, really? Well, there hasn't been any friction at the flat.
Friction, there's been thermodynamics. I mean, etiquette-wise, Brian, Steve's table manners are something excruciating. He wields his fork and spoon like he was knitting a spaghetti cardigan. It's just chomp, flick and splatter all going on.
Oh, come on now, Sonia, hang on. I know Steve's inclined to bolt his food, but he's not a pig, you know.
He might not be a pig, but he's certainly a companion of the trough. I mean, Steve's greasy spoonerisms might do for trucker's hour down at Eat at Joe's, but this bacon sandwich rhetoric snatches no handbags with me.
Oh, come on now, Sonia. Have some coffee. I do sympathise, but, well, I don't live at the flat. It's not really any of my business.
Well, he's your brother, Brian. You should keep him in better control.
Maybe my brother, Sonia, but he's not my four-footed friend. I don't take him out on a lead and drag him from one lamppost to another.
If it was just a daily guzzle, Brian, I could stand it. That's just sort of like iceberg tips. Like, he's the only one in the flat who smokes, yeah?
Oh, but he has been trying to cut down, Sonia. Give him his due.
Well, you come down in the morning and there's great blizzards of fire gas all sort of swirling about. I mean, basically, Brian, it's a pea super situation.
Yeah, well, I can understand that might be a bit
I mean,
unpleasant.
that canary's not going to live long. Not in that atmosphere. He'll be on the autopsy table in 6 months. I mean, last week, Brian, that bird was bright yellow. But now, not only is he going brown with the nicotine, he's getting sticky with the tar. And it's Steve's cigarettes that are doing it.
Yeah, well, you'll have to broach the subject with him, Sonia. I mean, I know I did share a bedsit with him.
I mean, he doesn't cook. He just has a Holocaust in a pan. His fish fingers go from frozen to burnt without any intervening stages.
I must admit he does have a
I'm
tendency...
loath to say it, Brian, but Steve is suffering from inoperable slobitis. If things aren't done in the very near future, I'm just going to have to bang my pans, you know.
It won't be for much longer, Sonia. He'll be off to France for the grape picking soon.
Well, I can't say I'll be sorry to see him go. I mean, the other night, for instance, God knows what got into him, but he went berserk in the bathroom with a bottle of calamine lotion. He was walking around with pink spots on his shoes.
Really? That does sound peculiar. Have some coffee.
Oh, Sonia.
Hello, Steve.
Hey, you're playing battleships? I'll give you a game. Come on.
Steve, you're manhandling my yarrow stalks.
But more like toothpicks to me.
They're surrogate yarrow stalks, Steve, and I'm not playing battleships. I happen to be casting the toothpicks for the I Ching. Like consulting the oracle, it's all in the lap of the gods.
Oh. Got an evening paper if you wanted to see it. And a daily one. It's cold out, isn't it, eh? Warm in here, though. Hope I'm not stopping you being mystical.
Steve, you've just deposited your newspaper on my yarrow stalks.
Oh, sorry, Sonia. Sorry. Sorry?
Is it all right if I clear my throat?
Yeah? Fancy a cup of tea, do you, son?
There aren't any clean cups, Steve.
Oh.
The washing up hasn't been done.
Oh, well, we're not bothered then, eh?
If you'd have done the washing up in turns, like we agreed, on a rotary basis, there would be clean cups in excess of normal requirements.
Yeah, well, perhaps we should have a tactful word with that Charlotte then, eh? If she's not doing a share and pulling her weight, then it's not fair on the rest of us, is it?
Steve, it's not Charlotte's turn to wash up.
Oh. Well, there's no worry, Sonny. You just finished doing your horoscope.
This is not my horoscope, Steve. It's the Book of Changes, like the genuine Chinese, you know? And it's not my turn to wash up, OK?
Oh, it's my crack at it, is it? You should have said. Seems like only yesterday I did it last.
It was 6.5 days ago.
Oh, I'll get stuck in a minute, then. Hey, that's a good one. It's a good cartoon in here, Sonia. It's clever, you know, make you laugh. Yeah, it's good, that.
Steve?
Oh, yeah, just the one sugar tap.
I'm not offering to make you a cup of tea. I'm drawing your attention to what's in here. This is a cup, not an ashtray. Do you know the difference? I mean, if you really do have to smoke, at least get your utensils right.
You're all right, son, you're all right.
In fact, you'd do us all a great favour if you circumscribed the habit completely and didn't smoke in this flat at all.
Yeah, OK, Sonia. I'll keep the ash out the teacups, and perhaps you could make an effort to control the epidemic of knickers that seems to be breaking out in the bathroom.
Clothing has to be washed, Steve. Cigarettes do not have to be smoked.
Look, I'm only having a fag. It's not doing you any harm.
Yes, it is, as a matter of fact, Steve. I have to inhale what's smouldering off the end of that. I'm being turned into a passive smoker. In fact, you're polluting my space. In fact, basically, Steve, you're just bad news. You're just a great burning haystack of tarry smuts. An indelible smudge of tar on the handkerchief of the universe. In fact, you're nothing but a great big nicotine stain!
Oh, well. I never realised. I thought we were all right, you know.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, Steve. I shouldn't have said that. I apologise.
I think I'll go out for a bit. Maybe see you later.
Oh, look, come back, Steve. Have a cigarette. Have a cigar. Oh. What does it say? She who has been put in the stocks will have her feet cut off, and there will be no walking to evil. Yeah. Yeah, that's just what I thought.
She did, Brian.
I find it very hard, Steve, to believe that Sonia would even contemplate saying anything like that.
She did. She said I were a nauseating bogey on the handkerchief of the universe.
Are you sure she said that, Steve? Are you sure?
Yeah, and that was just the mild. The bitter was coming up. She said I made her feel ill. She said I were a great, long, repulsive streak of nicotine and that I looked as though I just crawled out an old packet of Woodbine.
That doesn't sound like Sonia at all. She wouldn't use an expression like that.
I'm not exaggerating, Brian. And then she went on about me being a smudge and how modern society was still in its infancy and that I was one of the unfortunate accidents it had in its plastic pants.
She did not say that, Steve. She did not say that at all.
Who was there, you or me?
Well, you must have done something to get her pretty riled then.
I did not. I just lit a fag. Well, smokers are nice people too, you know. Cut us and we bleed. Tickle us and do we not laugh. Hurt us and we cry. Smokers were chubby little babies once, you know.
Oh, I've no doubt, Steve. I've no doubt.
I should never come to Newcastle.
Look, I'll see you for a drink tomorrow. I've been roped into one of these rag week committees. I have to go.
They don't seem to have plumbers in Newcastle. I don't think they have toilets. I think they hire a charabanc once a year and go and clog up Blackpool.
Well, I really don't know what to suggest, Steve, unless you're, prepared to try another line at a stopgap. I mean, if it's temporary, I wouldn't turn your nose up at anything.
What? You mean I should consider anything, do you?
Absolutely anything. Anything at all.
I've punched out the amendments, Mr. Tailcath. Would it be all right to run the programme again?
Yes, just insert the new cards, Brian, and I'll get you some time on the machine, eh?
Right, thank you.
Brian, would you mind helping me checking with some of my cards? I think I might have punched them too far in, just at the start of the data division.
Certainly, Douglas. Just at the start of the data division.
You getting the feel for computers now, are you, Brian?
Well, I know there's a long way to go, but I think so, yes.
Oh, good, good. Come from a large family, do you, Brian?
Me? No, just the two of us. My brother and myself.
At which university is he?
Well, he isn't actually at university yet, Steve, but great things are expected of him.
Doing his A-levels, eh?
Well, sort of, yes.
Hello, Brian.
Hi, Steve.
Stand to one side, thanks very much.
Yeah, I think that should do it, Sid. Hello, Brian.
Steve!
Hello, Brian.
All right, Steve. What's the game, eh?
Do you mean what's the game? I'm going about me legitimate business. You're arresting the progress of a university employee, so get your grabbing little mitts off.
Just what the hell are you playing at, Steve? I mean, just what are you at?
Well, I'm doing my job, what do you think? I'm earning me hovercraft ticket to France. Je suis l'homme pour les odd jobs.
Oh, is this some sort of joke to you, Steve? You're trying to show me up in front of my lecturer and my friends?
Look, what's wrong with what I'm doing? Don't turn your nose up, do anything, you said. Well, I'm doing anything. And if you don't like it just because I got a job or an academic bias, then stuff you.
Academic bias? What, trainee bottle washer and janitorial left-hand man in the Faculty of Muck? Academic, you?
Listen, mate, we're out as bottle washers. You wouldn't have a bottle. General assistant I am. I got plenty of scope and coverage, don't you worry. And I've got a part-time job 2 nights a week, all right?
Yeah, well, as you tramp about the campus, Steve, on your various errands of importance, would you kindly refrain from greeting me like your long-lost buddy from way back?
You're ashamed of me, aren't you?
I'm not ashamed of you, Steve. That isn't true.
Yeah, you are. You're terrified right now that one of your friends will walk past and see me talking to you.
I am not.
See, you are, aren't you? You are.
I'm not ashamed of you, Steve. Don't be
Yeah,
absurd.
you are. You're ashamed of me. Just like you're ashamed of anyone who might compromise your standing as 5-star Noel and king-size Pratt. Well, I've got a job and I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, tough luck.
Well, you get off and do it then, Steve, because I'm sick to death of you haunting my days like the spectre from the past, the lurker on the threshold. You get on and lead your life, but let me lead mine, eh? Oh, and while you're at it,
What?
get rid of this, would you?
You cheeky monk. Come out of there, brain. I'll knock your teeth into the next socio-economic group. Well, I'm not taking it, I'm not. Big fairy.
Look, Steve, don't you think we ought to patch this up? You know, like bury the hatchet.
Yeah. I think we should bury the hatchet, you know. Sort of smoke the pipe of... bury the hatchet. In future, if I want a fag, I'll go and have it in my room.
Yeah, and if I've got a lot of washing or that, I'll dry it in the laundry.
Right, that's a bargain then, eh?
Yeah, because I don't like to fall out with anybody, but especially not with you, you being Brian's brother and that.
Same here with me, Sonia, same here with me, because, like, well, you and Bray have been going out a long time now, you know. And just say you ever made it formal or anything, well, you'd be my sister-in-law.
Yeah, and you'd be my brother-in-law. I mean, wouldn't that be incredible?
Yeah. Think I'll go to my room. Let the immensity of it all sink in.
Yeah, right. Oh, before you go, Steve, I did, like, reimburse the milkman the other day, and if we split it triumvirately, that's like £1 each. Well, Charlotte's given me hers, so that's £1, Steve, like 100 pence.
Yeah, but I haven't had any milk, Sonia.
You have, Steve? I think you have.
Oh, no, I haven't, Sonia, no. If you see me with a cup of coffee, it's always black.
Yeah, but you don't have your cereal black, Steve.
No, I don't eat cereal, Sonia. Look at me cupboard, I don't buy cereal.
I know you don't buy cereal, Steve, but you still eat it. You nick my muesli when I'm out.
I do not. I wouldn't eat that high-altitude snowman's droppings if I was dying of malnutrition.
That's £1 for the milk, please, Steve.
Look, Sonia, you've had all the milk. Us carnivores have difficulty enough affording hamburgers and hot dogs without subsidising homogenised crackpots like you.
Vegetarians are not homogenised crackpots. We are gentle, caring, concerned people. Now, look, if there's one thing I never get hung up about, it's money. So just give me the quid and stop ripping me off.
I'm going to my evening job, excuse me. I might smoke, Sonia, but I'll tell you something. When it boils down to it, you're nothing but a great big Ovaltine stain.
Oh, no, he shouldn't have done that, Sonia. He must pay his way. He grab a table, I'll get us a drink. Glass of white wine and a pint of best, please.
That sleeve or handle for the pint.
Oh, no, he turns up again. Just what are you doing here?
It's my evening job. 2 nights a week, Students' Union barman. And just in case you're wondering, it's quite permissible to buy drinks for the staff.
You really are one of life's unpredictable little butterflies, aren't you, Steve? A real will-o'-the-wisp. Fluttering here, fluttering there. No one knows where he'll settle next, but we're all waiting with our cans of insecticide. How much?
To you, seeing as it's you, if it were anyone else, no. But because it's you, full price, £1.22, call it 5 quid for cash.
Right, well, there's 22p, and if you'd be so good as to pay the balance with what you owe Sonia, I'll give her this £1 on your behalf.
You what?
I'm not letting you swindle Sonia out of her money, so I'll give her this £1 courtesy of you, and then we'll all be smiling.
Look, Bray, I never had that milk. Anyway, it's nothing to do with you. Now, another quid.
No way.
Right, you don't get your drinks, then?
Something the matter here, Steve? Someone giving you trouble?
No, it's all right, thanks, George. Nothing I can't handle. Now, another £1, I think. Now, see here, friend. A word of advice. Now, we got a lot of your sort in here, don't we, George?
Why?
Yeah, a lot of your first-year students, bantamweights who can't handle their ale, you know. So, a little tip, John. Little note for the future. If it goes to your head that quickly, stick to the diluted bright water. Because if I have any more trouble from you, I'll be over this counter and have you out that door quick as you can say puke. So, have you got that fixed in your mind, have you? Or do you want me to put it in a letter?
Oh, no, Steve, no, just keep talking, just keep talking.
Right, OK. Well, here's your pint. Sip it slowly, enjoy it, and then go home. Oh, and here's the white wine you ordered for your granny.
I deplore violence. The very thought of it incenses me. I mean, if we can't even coexist peacefully as individuals within the closely knit confines and clearly defined structures of our day-to-day existence, then what hope is there for multilateralism? Huh? Now, Steve, do you have any exculpations?
Pardon?
Will you apologise to Brian?
No, I won't. I'm apologising to no one. He seized me by the lapels. You almost lost me job in that bar, Bray. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Steve, somebody has to light the joystick of peace or start the prayer wheel rolling.
OK, I'm sorry you lost your temper, Brian.
Steve? Properly?
All right, I'm sorry about the trouble and that, then.
Right, now, Brian, will you apologise to Steve?
Do you really think I consider apologising to that scrawny little runt who gets behind the bar, thinks he's Ernest Hemingway and starts strutting about?
Brian, can we have some unification of perspective, please?
Yeah, well, sorry about the bother, Steve.
Good, now shake hands. Shake hands when I'm in control of the situation.
Steve,
What?
apologise to Sonia. For the business over the milk, apologise to Sonia.
All right, I'm sorry about the milk and that, then. I'll give you a quid at the end of the week.
That's all right, Steve, like, forgive and forget, you know.
And Sonia, apologise to Steve.
If you think I'm apologising to a scrounging parasite like that, who abducts my muesli and gobbles it... I apologise, Steve, for the unseemly altercation and that.
And shake hands.
Good. Now, if nothing else, we can at least say we're friends.
Brian,
What?
say you're sorry to the canary.
Go away.
Hello, Bray. What are you doing?
Just sketching out this banner, Steve, to go up outside the Union building. So to publicise Rag Week, bring it to the public eye.
Oh, be an outbreak of yawning when people see that. Tell you what you want to do.
Don't bother.
Now, listen. You want to do some kind of stunt or something, you know. That's what you do when you're a student in Rag Week. Sort of traditional. Like, decorating a building with toilet paper or pouring a potty on a statue's head.
Oh, is this one of your sensible suggestions, Steve? You can't be a juvenile forever, you know. The leaves can't always be green.
No, but let them be green a little longer, eh, Bray? Well, come on, don't surrender to maturity without a struggle. Stand up to it, gob in its eye.
I've got an eloquent plea for doomed youth.
Oh, come on, Bray. Look, just to give ourselves a memory. Let's pour a potty on a statue's head.
No, Steve. Absolutely not. No way.
I know just a potty for the job.
Charlotte? Bought a couple of things in the antique market the other day. Sort of like Victoriana, like novelty plant pots. You haven't seen them, have you?
No, I'm sorry, Sonia. I don't think I have.
What could have got to them, then?
Aye, aye. What have we got here, then, eh? Brave St. George slaying the wicked dragon, eh?
Oh, is that what he's doing? I thought he were eating winkles. Hey, some dragon, though, eh? Looks more like an overgrown jellied eel.
Oh, I think it's quite a good statue.
Oh, yeah, well, he's certainly dressed up for the occasion.
Yeah, he's wearing his best pigeon droppings, eh? Hey, I don't think we should be doing this now, though.
They don't make socks thick enough to stop you getting cold feet, do they?
Well, how are we going to get up there, then, eh? Sherpa Weber?
Over there.
Steve!
You got an hairpin on your brake?
Don't jog the ladder, Steve. Just carry it properly.
Oh, you're an expert in carrying ladders and all, are you?
Come on, before someone turns up. Right, here goes.
Atta boy, Bray. Go to it, son.
You seem to be doing nothing very dangerous all of a sudden.
Steadying the ladder. It's very skilled work. I may as well come up with you, eh? Seems firm enough.
Hey, give it here, then. No. Hey, that looks like an antique. How much that?
Oh, I bought two. One for him, one for his horse.
Where'd you get them all from, Steve? How come you're so flush with bodies?
Been saving them for a rainy day. No, I haven't, no. No. They come from the flat. Old stuff. Previous occupants, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's get on with it, eh?
All right. It's pretty good, eh, Bray? St. George in the potties. Having slain the dragon, he now takes on the chamber pots.
Yeah, looks like the sort of bloke who'd have a stab at anything, eh? Skilled work, eh, Steve? Why didn't you stay where you were?
I'm sorry, Bray.
Fine night for it then, lads. But, what is it exactly?
Good evening, officer. Well, it's Rag Week, you see, and, well, we're students.
Well, he is, but, I'm just sort of helping him out.
All right, let's have your names.
Run for it, Bray.